Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel for this review of SmackDown, the episode of June 16th. So let's not waste any time and jump right into it. The show kicks off with Kayla Braxton, who's in the parking lot, ready to bring us all the latest updates. Suddenly, Solo Sikoa, Paul Heyman, and Roman Reigns make their grand entrance in a car. Reigns avoids Braxton's question about Jey Uso, and even Heyman remains silent on the matter. First up, we have the Tag Team Gauntlet, where the winners will earn a shot at the tag team titles. The Brawling Brutes, consisting of Sheamus and Holland, take on the Street Profits, Montez Ford, and Angelo Dawkins. The Brutes emerge victorious in a hard-fought battle. The Brawling Brutes continue their dominant run as they defeat the OC, Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson, followed by a win over LWO's Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro. They didn't stop there though, as they defeated Hit Rose Top Dollar and Ashante Adonis in mere seconds. It all came down to a showdown between Pretty Deadly, Kit Wilson, and Elton Brand and the Brawling Brutes. At the end of the match, Sheamus brought Wilson back in the ring and hid the Celtic Cross on Wilson, but Prince did the blind tag and hit a diving leg drop for the pinfall win. In a surprising turn of events, Pretty Deadly emerged as the winners, securing their title shot. They will challenge Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the tag team titles in 2 weeks on the June 30th episode of SmackDown. After the match, Pretty Deadly celebrates their victory, but their celebration is short-lived as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn make their way to the stage. Zayn sarcastically remarks that no one expected Pretty Deadly to win, but they've been celebrating for 5 whole minutes now. It's time for them to move on. In response, Pretty Deadly cheekily claims that when they become tag team champions, their celebrations will last even longer. Sami Zayn asks Kevin Owens if he heard that. Owens, fired up, says it makes him want to go to the ring and punch them in the face. The champions make their way to the ring, but Pretty Deadly manages to slip away. In the backstage area, Paul Heyman confronts Roman Reigns, asking if he has spoken to Jey Uso. Reigns inquires who the tribal chief is, and Heyman replies, "You are." Reigns instructs Heyman to go talk to Jey Uso immediately. Up next, we have a singles match featuring Io Sky, accompanied by Bayley, taking on Zelina Vega. In the closing moments of the match, Io Sky attempts a roll-up on Zelina Vega, but the referee is distracted by Bayley. While Sky was arguing with Bayley, Vega sees the opportunity to hit her with a 619, followed by a unique pinning combination to secure the victory. In a backstage scene, Bianca Belair approaches Adam Pearce, demanding to know when she'll get her rematch. Pearce tells her he can't provide an answer tonight, but Belair asserts that she won't just sit around waiting, she'll take matters into her own hands. In a tense confrontation backstage, Io Sky and Bayley argue over the events that transpired. Shotzi enters the scene and challenges Bayley to put her Money in the Bank spot on the line against her. Sky, on behalf of Bayley, accepts the challenge. It's time for the Grayson Waller effect. Waller introduces his special guest for the night, none other than Charlotte Flair. As Flair makes her entrance, Waller reminds us of her historic victory over Asuka at WrestleMania, questioning whether she'll become a 15-time champion. Just as the conversation heats up, Bianca Belair's music hits, and she heads to the ring. Belair expresses her frustration over not receiving her promised rematch, but Flair returned and got an immediate title shot. Flair defends her actions, claiming she did nothing wrong. Belair counters, saying she tried to do things the right way. She lost but stayed present, refusing to run and hide for 3 months. Flair says that she's been defeated by the best and has lost to the best. She is a champion with or without the belt. Is Belair the same? Belair confidently states that she is the longest reigning champion and didn't need to win it 14 times. Regardless, she promises to be at ringside for Flair's match against Asuka and vows to remind the winner that the title will eventually be hers. Meanwhile, in the backstage area, Paul Heyman encounters Jey Uso and apologizes for telling him the truth last week. He expresses regret that his brother cost him the title and reveals that it was intentional. Heyman explains that Jimmy wanted to victimize Jey on television, and Jey believes he doesn't deserve that treatment. He tells Heyman that he's sorry too because if he's still in the bloodline, Heyman isn't. Now let's shift our focus to a mixed tag team match. The OC, AJ Styles, and Michin take on Karrion, Kross, and Scarlett. In a surprising turn, Scarlett slaps AJ Styles, and Michin dispatches her from the ring. Kross then locks in his cross-jacket submission on Styles, followed by his crosshammer and a spinning flatliner, securing the victory via pinfall. Backstage, Paul Heyman catches up with Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Reigns seeks answers about what happened earlier, but Heyman remains silent. Suddenly, Solo Sikoa makes a slight movement, causing Heyman to run away. Rey Mysterio makes his way to the ring, sharing his pride in being able to accomplish many things throughout his career. One such accomplishment is the formation of LWO, which he holds dear. Mysterio introduces Santos Escobar as the person he believes will become the next Mr. Money in the Bank. Escobar appreciates Mysterio's belief in him and acknowledges the hard work and sacrifices he's made to seize this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. However, their moment is interrupted by LA Knight's entrance. Knight pushes Mysterio to the ground, leading to a clash between him and Escobar. Knight manages to avoid Mysterio's signature move, the 619. Now it's time for the singles match between LA Knight and Santos Escobar. The match reaches its climax when Escobar counters a roll-up attempt from Knight, securing the victory with a pinfall. After the match, LA Knight launches an attack on Santos Escobar, but Rey Mysterio comes to Escobar's aid. Knight retreats, leaving the scene. Finally, Roman Reigns makes his grand entrance, accompanied by Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman. Reigns demands recognition from the Lexington audience, and the Usos' music hits as Jey Uso enters the scene. Reigns poses a question to the fans: is Jey Uso still a part of the bloodline or not? Jey responds that it's up to Reigns to answer, choosing between Heyman and Jey himself. Reigns claims that as the tribal chief, he can choose anyone to be his wise man. It was thanks to Heyman that Jey became the right-hand man and the main event Jey. The problem isn't Heyman, it's his brother. Jimmy Uso interjects, stating that the problem isn't Jey's brother but their cousin, Reigns. He questions whether Jey truly believes everything coming out of Reigns' mouth. Reigns asserts that it took them 10 years to make it to a WrestleMania main event, and since joining him, they've been in every one. Jey can't be both a tribal chief and a twin. Reigns asks Heyman who had an issue with Jey being named the right-hand man, and Heyman points at Jimmy. Jey confronts his brother, who confirms it to be true. Jey starts getting angry, stating that if Jimmy is saying that, then he's no longer in the bloodline, and neither is he. He then delivers a superkick to Roman Reigns, much to the delight of the crowd, who explode with joy. Jimmy and Jey hit double superkicks on Sikoa and follow up with a double superkick to Reigns. The show concludes with this stunning turn of events. And that's a wrap for this week's episode of WWE SmackDown. The bloodline is in turmoil, and we'll have to wait and see what happens next. Will Jimmy or Jey face Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at Money in the Bank? Or will, as the rumors suggest, we have a match with the Usos against Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa? I'm eager to see what will happen, and you? Be sure to like this video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for more WWE content. Until next time, thank you for watching this video, and take care.